believe. Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. And I guess we've got just 2 items on the agenda tonight. And the first one deals with the people working at the polls. We need 2 more people. I guess we have to approve them for Ellen, and then she can go on from there. We have a certain amount. She has only a certain amount of time to work with, so that's what brought the special meeting about. Do you have the names of the... Okay, good, thank you.
It's Jessica Crawford is replacing Cheryl Hurst Makovich.
No, she's leaving. To replace her, yep. And Mary Coppolino.
Okay, is replacing Robert Dwelly, the 4th.
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to just read this out so that it's...
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, my bad. All right, to the Board of Selectmen dated September 20th, 2016, regarding registrar appointments. This is from the town clerk. On behalf of the Board of Registrars, I would like to recommend and request that the Select Board appoint Jessica Crawford as a Republican Registrar to replace Cheryl Hurst Makovich for a term to expire in 2017, and Mary Coppolino as the other Republican Registrar to replace Robert Dwelly IV for a term to expire in 2019. Both Jessica and Mary have consented to being appointed. Furthermore, I'd like to request that this appointment be made as quickly as possible, but no later than October 3rd, as we are in the peak of the election season and the board cannot act on extremely time-sensitive and mandated matters. Should you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Respectfully, Ellen M. Glidden, Town Clerk. One thing I do know is after this happened, we did some emails back and forth to figure out the priority and what led to a sooner than October 3rd meeting. And she pretty much said that they need to start doing work as of October 4th, and there's some training involved, and it just makes it difficult to do it if we wait that long. So we tried to just make this happen so we could get it done, and then keep this to a simple, tight, that's what we're doing today meeting.
Yep, that was my understanding. There was also some deadlines ahead of the election that they had to meet.
Yeah, so
By
she
statute.
felt pinched or something.
Yeah, she was really pinched, so.
I guess I would make a motion to accept the appointments.
I will second. All
Aye.
in favor?
Do we have any more agenda items?
We had just the chief issue if we wanted to go into it, right?
I didn't hear about the sheep issue.
The police chief issue.
Oh, no, that's on Monday's
Okay,
agenda.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if we had anything else. We had 2 things, right? You said?
No, just one.
Just one.
What?
Just one.
Okay,
So simply, that was it.
yep, that was it.
Do you have something to speak to about this item?
I do not have anything to speak to about this item, but I'm just wondering if a citizen could make an observation at this meeting. I know I'm not on the agenda, and is there room for public comment?
Yep.
Or is there not?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I have a question. Maybe a question that I need some understanding. You 2 folks, currently 2,
2.
sometimes 3, have the responsibility, you've taken on the responsibility of being the chairman of the board of this incorporated entity we call the town of Barry. And both of you are doing, from what I see, pretty good job. There's a couple of difficulties. We're still hung up with one difficulty, but I didn't come to talk about that.
Okay.
Because it's, anyway. And we have a town administrator. And I know that you folks really want to stick with this ruling of full disclosure and open meeting law rules and all the AG rules that comes from the Attorney General, right? Rules regarding communicating. But it really puzzles me how you folks can run this town. Let me rephrase. it really puzzles me that the state of Massachusetts expects towns to be run by selectmen who do not talk to each other than at the meetings. Now, I can't imagine, let me rephrase, if you were able to talk to each other, maybe tons more stuff would get done. And I'm not saying break the law, but I think that you guys are following the law so tightly that it makes it difficult for you to really run the show. I know there are a lot of other towns that have issues similar to this. They all run the same way. I can't imagine the Attorney General expecting this to occur, and you guys appear to be following the rules. I wouldn't want you to not follow the rules, but maybe you don't know all the rules, maybe? And maybe some of the rules say that it's okay to talk sometimes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or it's okay to talk amongst themselves. It's okay to walk on the common and talk without being afraid of people saying, "Hey, we're having a public meeting. They're talking." We don't want this, but we want you guys to talk more often. I don't know the answer, but that's the reason I came here, not to say anything else. I mean, Heather's doing wonderful, Faye's doing wonderful, but we're still stuck in the mire of throwing out heads of departments. We're still trying to recover from that. It doesn't seem as though we're doing much growing. We seem to be just continuing whatever level this is, other than grants. Think of how much more you could get done if you could figure out a way to follow those rules that everybody's so afraid of, so that you can do a better job. I mean, I know that I called you and I said, we can meet, and everybody said, no, we can't meet, we can't talk, we can't. I mean, it's pretty silly. It's like doing business with people who are deaf and dumb. I mean, it's pretty hard.
The reason is we represent everybody in town.
Yeah, but I'm not complaining. I'm saying, that I know that, but I'm just saying, and you represent the people, I understand that. But you gotta be able to figure a way how to talk.
Yeah, right here.
No, but
That's how it's done.
It's only 3 times a month, or twice a month, or whatever it is.
In the meantime, we've got to do our own research and prepare leading up to that. So I come up with my thoughts, Charlie comes up with his thoughts, and then we come to the meeting and we have to discuss it. And at that time, we stay here at 11 o'clock at night. Otherwise, we keep it to a simple agenda, we get with the one item done, and we go home. That is because if we did anything that wasn't on a public meeting, and we're talking about what's the best way to get this town to run, or what's the best policy, what's the best appropriate action and all that, even if we don't decide on it then, but we then come to a meeting and present it, there will be people out there that think Charlie and Matt want to run it a certain way, and they're not telling us the actual reasons they think this policy is. They've already come up with another reason this policy's in, and they're just not telling us.
There's no,
So that's why we can't talk.
there's no dispute. I'm just saying,
It's
The
difficult.
attorney-
We've got a
attorney-
challenge.
the Attorney General must have figured out a way that you guys could talk in some shape or form. And I'd like to suggest, I mean, I was gonna do, I'm really busy very lately. Lately, I'm extremely busy,
The 5-member select board means Charlie and I could talk.
as you can tell. So, I would do
We're
my,
not poor.
I would do my homework on the internet,
Yeah.
and I would study, but I'm just saying is I think maybe all 4 of you need to get together and maybe understand the rules a little bit better, because as a business owner, I can't imagine not being able to talk, to run the business, but 3 or 4 times a month.
I do understand your concern.
And that's what I'm puzzled about.
Okay.
So I'm saying to you, maybe you need to go into the rule book and say, oh yeah, I didn't realize Rule 75-346 or whatever it is.
That rule doesn't exist, Tom. We've looked.
Yeah,
Right,
well,
let me just say.
That's my position. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, no, if you looked, I'm just.
I have looked because I need to really know what I can't
If you guys have
do.
looked and you did what you needed to do, and you're following the rules, God bless you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I can't imagine people in corporations, I don't know how much, what's the budget, $10 million?
11.
$11 million, and the people who, the chiefs, can't talk.
And I believe you sign a paper with Ellen when you first get sworn in.
That's right.
Says I
just-
know I can't talk.
And-
I was just going there, we took an oath of office, these aren't rules, these are state laws. And I was on the school committee for a long time, the same laws apply to them, the same laws apply to boards and commissions that we appoint, other elected boards. And I can give you an example where we had a number of problems a few years back, and I always, I don't think it was malicious by intent or anything, but we had actually, it came down to being the finance committee, and they emailed each other on some things before a meeting. To me, if that's against the law, and they wound up going to the district attorney's office in this case, and they said, well, you gotta come back and do everything you had done over. I wasn't upset with them because, I just think it wasn't intentional or anything, it was just, hey, we're just trying to get this budget done for the town, but these are the laws, and we take an oath of office to follow and uphold the laws, so with that is
So the only way around it is to have long meetings, when you have them.
well, on certain things, yeah, but,
And do our research prior, so
Yeah.
that hopefully I can know as much as I can, and Charlie can know as much as he can, so we don't have to spend as much time educating each other. So he can at least understand where I'm coming from. It doesn't mean he agrees, but that's really, what can we do to limit the time here?
By the
Yeah.
way, I want you to know, I'm not complaining at all.
yeah, right, I
I was
understand.
just trying to understand your difficulty, or the difficulty of this town, the way it needs to be run along to state rules, and I can't imagine other towns not having similar problems, but some way working it out so that you could talk sometime. That's all.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to imagine that.
I don't know.
Yeah, the other towns, occasionally you
This is
see them in the same boat with the DA, it usually goes to district attorney on those. But, but what they do is their business, but, it does occur, and it gets remanded back.
I
and-
remember the email issues. I remember what happened. People were meeting at King Philip Inn or something. I heard all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, those are, rumors.
However, is that that was way out of the line. Clearly, that was way out of the line. And I, just from my own personal perspective, there's a pendulum. What happened at the King Philip was way out here.
There's no.
And let me finish. And
This
what
is-
I think you're doing
This
is
is
way
digital,
out
not
here.
analog.
And
This is
maybe
a
there's a place in
zero
the
or
middle
one.
that's kosher.
Yep.
Maybe, but maybe there isn't.
Yeah, first of all,
I don't know the rules.
I can't speak to anything that you're alluding to,
No,
but,
no, you don't have to, but.
yeah, I wasn't, I don't know. But, I do know that these are the rules that we have to comply with. I think in certain respects, they've gotten a little tougher than is practical. I mean, if we go to a,
We couldn't even sit at the same.
yeah, but
table
it's gotten
at
more
a campaign
difficult.
thing because we didn't want to people thinking we're talking business when we showed up at the same event we were invited to.
Yeah, but I
So we
mean,
had to make sure we're in different
Appearance
places.
thing.
I think where it's gotten very,
Perspective.
very
Most of it's
difficult,
perspective.
like if we go to a regional select board meeting and it's sponsored by one of the towns, which it usually is, we have to post a meeting to go to somebody else's meeting, which is posted. It's starting, those type of things are getting a little impractical.
And if you go to a social gathering, if people see you talking, they think you're doing business.
Yeah, but,
Perception is something we gotta be concerned with.
yeah, but I mean, that part of it is, in the past, we did not have to do that. And it's a little bit impractical. The meeting itself was posted, that should cover everything, so. But, you know, that part of it is just kind of, you know, and you don't know when, from a practical point, we actually don't know when these meetings finish sometimes, right?
Which meetings?
In the other towns, we don't, you know, that sort of, just having to do it is just very cumbersome.
Yeah, it is. Well,
When
It's
you
only
go-
getting stricter.
What?
it's only
It's only
getting,
getting
it's only gonna
stricter.
get more cumbersome?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Well, it's because a lot of people are trying to make interpretations, like you said. And because people continue to see that, they continue to try to write tighter and tighter rules and regs about what you can do when you're in a position that we're in.
Well, if it's gonna be more and more cumbersome, you guys are doing one hell of a job.
thank you.
Keep up the good work.
I think one of the things that kind of gets me is that these agencies promulgate some of these things, but they don't follow them themselves. They're exempt, so that's kind of something that can be, I find a little bit irritating, so, but, you know, hopefully in time that'll,
Yeah. Well, you know, they say that the pendulum goes both ways, and then
Yep.
eventually, it gets to neutral at times. You know, that's what actually happens with a pendulum, goes way, way, way,
Oh, yeah.
way, way.
Yeah.
And then eventually, in time, it gets to a happier place, that's all. So,
right,
anyway, keep up the good work. That's
Thank
all
you.
I came for.
thank you.
Thank
So
you.
I look for the appropriate motion. then.
Thank you, ladies.
Motion to
Gentlemen.
adjourn the meeting?
Okay, that was that.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ladies.